Hello everyone, I'm High Treason. This is part 2 of the long drive. This car is diesel. That's good, means I don't have to faff about siphoning lots of fuel out for my car. So we'll just put the diesel in. As you get us halfway there, so you know, we should go to that tanker and everything, get more, but no, we should get a decent distance on 20 litre and of diesel. I mean, this is what, like 4 gallons? It's not a lot, but we can get a good way on 4 gallons. Why do stickers on their end? It's just Highland Hitler, I swear I didn't press that. You can make him do that, but it went higher than that. He proper did a salute, didn't he? Told you want to take this thing. Don't want to use it on that Golf. It's actually dodgy on there. Doesn't work very well. There we go. Fill this up, because if we ever want to go back to a gasoline car, obviously we're going to need gasoline. We're going to have to look at tyres and stuff here, see if our car has better ones, because if it does I'll be pulling them off. You know, it seems a bit soon to change car and everything, but, well, the thing about that is, I don't really care, and plus the fact, you know, I'm supposed to be showing you how the game works, I suppose, rather than just blindly playing, you know, and leaving you to try in the dark, figure things out. So yeah, to me it seems right to do things a bit different while I'm playing with you. That's a basket. Wheels. Tyres pretty good actually. This car, we're going to kill this car in a moment. We'll bring Mum's later, because it does a thing that I'd like to show you eventually. Why am I on this? There we go. You might be seeing potential to exploit the inventory, and if you have caught what I'm referring to, then absolutely yes, you can do that. This wheel looks decent. Actually, those wheels are in pretty good shape on here. Look at this. Yeah, we can make them better, but we won't worry about that too much, because we're not making progress at this moment, are we? I think that tyre is probably better than that one. There's probably worse tyres on this car somewhere. That wheel's definitely pretty bad. The tyre on it's good though. So, yeah. How's that wheel? It's no better. Very nice hubcap on it though. So we'll do that. Do that. Whoops. I don't know if that hubcap's the bestest it could be, but it's... this wheel's a bit dodgy. That tyre's definitely, definitely gone. If you want me to try driving on tyres like that, I will do it. You know, if you're like, hey, how will that behave, then I don't mind giving it a go sometime. Because we should get spawns of bad tyres. We could do a trailer, I don't want to do that right now. I'm having a good time right now, so I don't want to turn it into a bad one. Isn't this tyre a little bit crusty? Just a teensy bit. That one's better, so we put that on. Hubcaps, you can run the car without them, because you can run the car without hubcaps if that's what you want to do. Don't jump down the well. You know, that is totally a thing. I'm going to steal this radiator, because the radiator in that car is garbage. I might just chuck this in the back of the car, and we'll sort of use the excess of what's in here. These I don't think you can inventory hold, can you? No. that maybe we'll put this inside the car. It's not the right radiator, but the car will work with it. We'll just leave it there, and I'll fill the one that's in there like a little bit, just so I can show you what happens if you neglect these kinds of things. So I'm sure you'll want to try this, and I don't mind doing it for you. That is a better grille than this car has. I don't think it's a particularly uncommon item, so we'll just leave that as it is. We can change it later, but to be honest, when I play alone, I tend to just get a car and drive it forever. On this, we probably will change car like every 100 k's or so. I'm using a lot of time up, so I really should get on with some. I want to see if we can get some oil to use in this car, rather than having to steal it from my old car, but that's a petrol engine, that would actually be faster. There's oil. Okay, well, now we can just leave my old car running and just leave it there. And what we'll do, someday we might drive back this way, so there we go. This should now be a running car. We're going to clean it up at some point, but we're going to do that, and then who knows, maybe we'll see it again someday. For now, we're just going to drive. It's getting dark, that could be a problem. I need to find that boat. There's that boat. Okay, let's be a little bit reckless. Shall we drive through the night? I think we should, because we slept the other night away, and as we drive further, the performance will get worse. Why is it pulling to one side? At least it's not bugging the physics. It does happen sometimes. It's slower than I remember. But, probably got a bad tyre on it. Like I say, we'll probably worry about this later, or might even leave it till the next part, because I think we need to make some progress. But, I've forgotten what I was on about. It doesn't matter too much. Hey, what was that noise? Very dead, this world, isn't it? Very, very dead. I wonder what happened here. This fucking car. You know how I hate the Vaz in this game and like it in real life? Yeah, the Golf's the opposite. I hate this car in real life. I can't stand it. My mother had one. Easily one of the shittiest cars. Actually, probably the shittiest car I've ever been in. I don't like German cars. They're overpriced, they don't work well, they sound horrible, they look fucking horrible. These are garbage cars. I mean, you get like a Vauxhall do the same job for less. But the German one's faster. You live in a city, most of the roads have a 30-mile-an-hour limit, and the traffic's too bad for you to even break that limit, so yeah, fuck off. Yeah, we're quite a long way from the road here, aren't we? Let's go around that side of the Mercer. It's getting very dark. Oh god, can you imagine doing this? Oh dear. Remember when I told you about the radiator? Well, you are now finding out firsthand why it's important. I'm going to want to do something about that, I think. This might kill the car for a second. It will. Should... Does this have a temperature gauge? Yeah, that's it. Should come back up and start cooling down. I don't know if that radiator works too well for this car, but it should work well enough that we can drive on it. It's night time anyway, so the temperature does go down at night. It is the edge of that big Mercer. Now, let me just orient myself in my head. I think we're heading the right way. we can figure this out very easily. It's not hard. Like I said, we can't get totally lost. It might take me a bit longer to get back to the road than anticipated, because the road might go somewhere, but overall I'm not worried about being lost. You might not see the road for most of this part, which maybe isn't the most impressive second part this anyone's ever done, but I'm not aiming to impress, I'm just aiming to get the job done. I mean, I could drive faster, but I don't want to, because I'm going to hit a rock and destroy the car, and do I really want to destroy the car in the middle of the desert in the middle of the night? And the answer to that is no, because I feel it would be an unwise thing to do. You see that rock there? That's the sort of thing, you got to look out for them, man. If you hit one of those rocks, those grey ones, you're not going to be having a fun time. Oh God, another fucking Mercer. Oh, that's not what I want to do. This thing with this car, it's a bit squirrely, you know? It spins out easy. Right, we want to get past this. Oh, why'd the RPM drop there? My car's lacking power for some reason. Okay, that feels right and maybe isn't right. My orientation is dropping a bit. It's harder at night to navigate the desert. So somebody's going to be wondering how the fuck I'm going to do this if I actually get back to the road. I would expect to have seen it by now. But it's alright, like I said, there's things we can do if I don't see it soon. I will check on things. We may be about due doing that. Let's have a look around ourselves. Oh, I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. Let's pretend we didn't see that. Okay. What the hell was that? That's nothing to worry. That's nothing to worry about. Let's just keep driving for now. Keep driving. I think maybe our angle's a little bit too shallow somewhere. I don't know. By the way, you can adjust the mirrors. It's kind of pointless in this kind of light. Jam the car in reverse, I guess we'd be able to see, because the reverse lights actually cast quite a lot of light in this game. You'd think they would in real life, but they often don't, which is a bit weird, because I mean, if you're in the dark, it makes reversing near impossible. Or maybe people just don't install the right bulbs, which wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. People are kind of not very safety conscious with their cars. I think we should pass a law where everybody has to ride a motorbike for at least 2 years before they're allowed in a car. And I have my reasons, because the thing is, like, if you drive a car like an idiot, you're going to kill somebody. If you drive a motorbike like an idiot, well, you're just going to kill yourself, more likely. And so it either teach people to operate a motor vehicle safely, or else it'll just kill all the idiots before they get a chance to drive a multiple-ton death box. It sounds like I hate cars. I actually don't hate cars. I like cars. They're fun. I do prefer things that are on 2 wheels, though. I think those are more fun. So, you know, that's just me. Everyone has their preferences, and I in no way does that invalidate cars. Cars are brilliant things, and they're very useful, and they can do things that you can't do on a motorcycle. If you want to move a lot of people, or like large objects or something, then totally get a fucking car. But for me, I'm on my own. I don't move that many big heavy things, and I'm generally only moving myself around, so I don't need one. They cost too much to run. They're too fucking slow, especially as we established I live in a city that's pretty dense, and so let's see here. Oh shit, my car's spinning. Yeah, I live in a city that's actually quite densely populated, so the angle is too shallow. There's the road. But, you know, filtering's legal in my country. If there's a traffic jam, I can just drive around it on a bike. And you'll always get there faster on a motorcycle. You'll get there faster than a car on a bicycle in a city, and to be honest, a good few places you'll get there faster than any of those things on foot if you really know how to navigate that city. As you can see, I can navigate the desert. Like, if we'd kept going, we would have hit the road anyway, the way I was going. This car spins out very easily. You see what I mean? I mean, we're driving pretty quick in the desert here. But, yeah. Ooh, a dead tree. Man, I don't know if I want to deal with those. So there was trees here once, it's just not now. And you've got to ask questions like, where the fuck's the boat from? How did that get here? This used to be an ocean or something. So how long has it been like this? Because, I mean, trees wouldn't grow at the bottom of the ocean. And even once the water's gone, the salt content would be too high. It'd take years for that to go away. So, yeah, you've got to wonder about these things, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm not an expert on these, because, I mean, there has to be enough time for the water to go away. I knew I was coming in too steep after the adjustment. The salt to, like, you know, dissipate. I might have lost a hubcap or something. And, yeah, you know, the trees to then grow and to die. Jeez. I'm not going to go too much longer today. Sort of progress. Yeah, we've only done 15k. We're not going to make our target distance the first couple of parts, I should have said. Because, you know, we're faffing about with cars and stuff. This car's pretty good, though. This should do us for a while. Especially if we can scrub it up a bit. And maybe get more oil in it. Oil I'm not too bothered about because it's not that uncommon of an item. It spawns quite often. Diesel's less common, but it's not something I'm going to lose sleep over, you know. We can always get more of it. That wheel's pretty much immaculate. I'll stick that on there. That is a big tyre that goes on a different vehicle. We could put the big wheels on this car, but it would make it nigh undrivable. I don't think they'll spawn on the corner of the roof anymore. Yeah, I definitely like more oil. We could paint the car. I'm not even sure what colour it is. It is that colour. Whatever that colour's supposed to fucking be. I don't know. Let's clean it up a little bit. If she's going to be our car, then we want it to look kind of okay, don't we? Will this work on here? I'm not sure. I might have to wire brush that. Looks like we will. That's alright, we can wire brush it. Because we have one. Only one. Well, maybe better using that on a wheel, you know. My wheels ain't too bad. I don't think we need to use it on a wheel. These aren't a super uncommon item, and this is what they're for. You might as well use them, right? There. Let's put that back in the basket. Don't know how much we're going to get out of that one sponge that we have, but well, we'll give it a go. I know we have another one. The thing with these, you'll notice the coarse surface on the sponge is getting grottier and grottier, and I think that might just finish it off. It did. We can probably get the car about clean on that, to be honest. And then it needs two stages on here. This sponge is a bit fucked actually, so yeah, that's that one done. Let's try the magic spray. You've got a problem, then what you got to do Well, you jizz on it. I know, I have tested this personally. I had cum stains on my bed sheets, so I jizzed on them, and, well, the stains went away, so, yeah. So, what, that's a pretty fancy looking car. Oh, does that not... Really? That surprises me, that's not steel. That brush is pretty knackered now. We've just wasted the magic spray. The magic jizz spray. That's not working, is it? Oh, jeez, we're wasting it. Well, whatever. Wheel. Come here. Is that other wheel in better shape? I think it might be, you know. It is in way better shape. So, put that as the better tyres. So we'll do that. These tyres on the back, not in perfect shape, but I think we've sat here long enough. I pressed Q instead of tab. There you go. Scroll wheel adjusts your height, by the way. A lot of people don't seem to know that either. It looks pretty wacky when we get a drop camera going. We should be able to. We can do it that way. There you go. Yeah, player model's a bit wonky, isn't he? You do this, it starts to look like some kind of spider or something, you know? It's proper dodgy. Right, let's just check, make sure them tyres ain't better than mine. No, I'll tell you what, oh, that wheel's shit. I thought it was shiny. That's shiny though. It might be shinier than one of ours. Right, so we can clean it all up, as you've seen. Right, we've got a smirk going, and we'll do a couple more kilo foo-foos. I want to see your holy Lulu lady. Whatever this wacky Euro measurement is, and then we'll get out of here. Yeah, we haven't done a lot of distance this episode. Like I say, we're still setting things up here. It's going to be a while before we start doing real distances, but we will do them. Do need more oil. We're going to be in trouble. If we run out of oil, the engine won't work, so that is now the goal. Find oil. I'll tell you a thing with that Q key. If you want to make it easy to drive, do that. This is a way easier driving position. Of course, now you can't see the gauges or anything. I guess you could leave one of them F4 cameras though. Personally, I don't care that much. I think for the sake of this, we'll do better to be here. Yeah, I mean, that F4 camera is pretty powerful. I mean, if you want to, you know, look at what your feet are doing, and we can do that, and we can see his feet there. You can see the brake pedal goes down when we press the clutch, which is weird. Well, we press the brake. I don't have a clutch pedal. I'd like one if I had one. You know, I'd love a steering wheel with the clutch and gear shifter and everything. Instead of pedals we could use to switch gear, but the auto clutch just kind of defeats the purpose. I wonder if that's that fuel container making it move to one side. It might be, you know. There is actually a way we can fix that. It's not very pretty, but if I do that, well, let's put it flat and try and get the corner over there. Door pockets turn physics off like baskets, so yeah, it's a little bit kludgy, but that should stop the barrel moving around, and once they're attached to like a physics cancelling thing in the car, the weight doesn't affect like a specific part of the car, it just adds to the total mass of the car. So essentially it's now a centred weight. It's worth knowing these things, you know, it's pretty useful. This diesel engine's not good at hills. Shouldn't be too bad in this car. This car's not too heavy, we're not carrying a lot of stuff. I do tend to travel quite lightly compared to a lot of people. I just don't need to bring that much stuff. We probably will start stuffing things in a car at some point just for the hell of it. But for now we'll travel light, because we just don't need these things. And plus they use more fuel. And we have used a bit of that fuel that we put in, actually more than I was hoping we would. So we are going to have to find more diesel at some point. Hopefully we've got a big garage or a workshop comes up. That would be nice. I don't have long left to record though. I do have to order some stuff and like go to bed and masturbate over something. It's easier to go to sleep when you've rubbed one out. It is scientifically proven I struggle to sleep, so I do tend to do that before I go to... I think most guys probably do. A lot of women do as well. And there's nothing wrong with that. We are human beings. I don't see, you know, I'm not going to get embarrassed about that idea or anything. I don't, you know, mind people knowing that, you know, I'm a guy, I have these urges to do these things. I'm sure, like, pretty much all of us do, right? Well, is that two sets of twin tower buildings near each other? Because there's one there, and that... I've never seen two of them spawn so bloody close. There's not usually much in those. They do often have oil on that walkway though, so we're going to go to both of them. Can't turn the engine off. Just don't want to. And yeah, I was right with the handbrake on. There's no damage model for things like that yet. So, I don't know if there ever will be. Oh, another steel brush. Well, we'll have that. That'll be handy. I think, yeah, I can inventory switch. We will pocket it. We're only looking for oil, so if there's no oil, I'll just go away. Radiator should still pretty much be full. I don't see any oil, I'm not going to look too hard. Right, let's chuck this in the basket, because we may need it. I didn't turn the motor back on. Oh dear. No, that goes in the basket, please. There we go. What the hell is all them red lights? It's just the reflections. What the fuck is that? Oh shit! Deary me. Yeah, remember when I told you there was nothing dangerous? I might have lied to you. I just knew it was going to happen as well. I'm just like, no, I shan't say anything. I'll just leave it. Maybe that's why people find this game a bit scary. And yeah, we did get out and walk around in pitch black before, so... now you know, we might have been just inches away from one of those bastards. How does that make you feel? Pretty nice, huh? Oh shit, I think we'll have that. We'll have sex with that later. Hold on. Oh, well, I mean, what else is there out here? There is... oh, you can't tab this. 1979, jeez. Ugh. Yeah, she's not real pretty. Sexy, wild and free. Not my type, I'm afraid. I mean, I guess if I was in a desert after the end of the world, I wouldn't be so choosy, but... it's probably like the dev's girlfriend or something. Oh, it's a sad face. And I'm just insulting her. I'm sorry if that's the case, Dev, and you're watching this. Hey, I wonder if this will stop. Won't stop. That blows. Then good, I'll tell you a thing you should always do. Check all these things costs. Oof, that's not useful to us. But yeah, you do get fluids in these sometimes, so... turned out it was full of oil or diesel, would have used it. I want to keep going till I find some fucking oil. It's probably running out. I don't even want to look. I'm just going to imagine that it's fine, but there's only a litre in there. I mean, we're down on power, so I know we don't have a lot left. Just by how low on power the engine has been. The other thing is, if you run out of oil, I don't think you can crank the engine. Like, the engine seizes until you put more oil in, unlike real life where it would just fucking seize. Yeah, like, say you run out of fuel, you can, if you put manual gearing, you can drive on the starter motor. I mean, you can sort of do this in real life, but obviously you'll burn the starter motor out if you do it for any real length. In the game, it doesn't overheat, and you can just go on it forever. It's very slow, but I could at least, you know, stop recording and limp the car to a building or something. Tell you what, women, if we saw Burt, like, off the side of the road, we could maybe make our way out to it. We could make out with it. Like I told you, this is the desert. Like, there's no other humans. So we're going to have to pick something. I mean, you go and do the cactus if you want. We already know from when I played Banjo-Kazooie that, you know, I molest birds, so I guess I'm going to molest those ones now. Could even be the same birds. Trees aren't spiky, you could molest them. You could molest the lampposts, those got electricity in them, that might be a little bit more of a thrill. Well, we already jizzed on the car, so I don't see any need to do that again when that comes in a bottle for that purpose, you know. Jeez, it's getting dark around here. I don't think the days are as long as they used to be. I might sleep this night off because it's harder to see buildings in the dark. We'll see. Should we or shouldn't we? How are you feeling about the whole Raboid situation anyway? Rabbits. Raboids, really cool. They put graboids in. I mean, I guess it does look kind of like Tremors, doesn't it? There's the bastards. Yeah, so as you've seen, maybe those are a little bit not very nice. I saw a light off to the left. I don't know if you caught that. It seems to just be our headlights acting funky. Whoa. That was weird. Like, we saw the road go off in a different direction for a split second there. I've long suspected, and there'll be a bug and we will run into it, and I'll guess I'll mention it when it happens. I've long suspected that, like, there does seem to be total coordinates, but I feel like the terrain runs on a kind of like a rolling road sort of thing where it loops around after a while. Like it snaps you back to a position or something. It's hard to explain. It's how I would have to do it if I tried to write something like this in build, because we only have a finite number of sectors, so you have to make like a load of little triangular sectors or something and make a kind of brush that would go along and paint a road on it, like out of them. And the problem is, making it so you could turn back the other way and get the same road would be dodgy, because you'd basically be doing an endless stars sort of thing, like, you know. Oh, these are usually crap. They do sometimes have oil though. That tanker might have oil. That would be nice. I knew we should have just took it from the other car. Yeah, we're getting out in the dark. Do you think the Raboids are going to be nice to us? Oh, come on, I was sure that would have oil. It doesn't. Oh dear. Bog. Haha, that's revenge. Every girl I ever went out with wanted to do that to me, or at the very least do it in front of me, which is a little bit strange. There's worse things they could have done. You sort of get a bit desensitised to it after a while. It's weird. Like, it does nothing for me, but I just kind of find it funny at this point, you know. I can tell you some stories about that. We probably will at some point. I mean, Would be quite fitting with us probably spilling diesel all over. I wonder why them trees are dead. I'll tell you about a girl I knew. I might do that later. There's definitely something going on there, isn't there? Are we sure doing this in the middle of the night is the best thing? Gee, I don't know, Bert. I'll give you a hint. It's probably not a good idea what we're doing right now. Maybe we should have slept the night away. I just wanna dance the night away. I hate that song. 90s had such good music, and then you got to like the last few years, you know, you had all this awesome Euro dance and stuff going on. And you got to the last few years, and all of a sudden it was all like Latin music and neo country, and it was all just really crap. I think we should put a little bit more diesel in. Jeez, that girl would be creaming her knickers right now with the diesel bin spilt everywhere. There's nothing going on over there, just ignore the noises. Don't be worrying. There's nothing to worry about. We already established there's nothing dangerous here. There's nothing dangerous at all. Let's bail. But I still need oil. I have to look. I have to know how much oil is in there, because this could be really, really bad. And that is... I'm determined to go until we get oil. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause, I'm going to roll a cigarette, and then we're going to drive like something's after us, which as it probably is. Those Ravoids, man. They move, they're fast. I don't know if you've seen how fast they are, but they're fast, they move quick. They ain't slow. And if they touch you, one hit, that's all it takes, just one. So, yeah. It's up to you. You want to go back there and play with him, then you be my guest. Let's turn the interior light on, maybe it makes you feel a bit safer. Yeah, guess what? Fuck you. All lights turned off. How's that for you? Ain't that good? Yeah. Yeah, right on. Let's turn them back on, I can't fucking see where I'm going. Now you might be wondering, how do I know we're heading the right way? How do I always know where the road is? I mean, we've only really been off it to any real degree once so far. How do I know any of these things? And I will elaborate on it as we go along, I just don't want to overwhelm you with too much information in one go. But, you know, there are ways of doing these things, and they're not actually difficult. And we will discuss them as we go, but I'm just going to find oil and then I'm going to call this part done, because I do need to go to bed. I'm quite tired and I have things to do tomorrow. Move my room around a bit. I have rubbish that needs to go to the city dump. I need to take a dump. There's all kinds of things, you know. I probably will take a dump tomorrow. I do most days. Bowel movement's quite regular. Oh dear, stomach. I've got gas. It's because my stomach's emptying from over my stomach. That's the thing, I can't quite go to sleep yet anyway, so I don't mind. I had to wait about 4 hours after I last ate, and it's only about 3.5, so, you know, I got a little while. But I'd like to start winding down. Plus, I have to get this edited, and well, I don't really have to do any editing other than maybe set the volume levels and call it done. Then we'll have to delete these original recordings because I just don't have room for them. Gonna have to get an NAS going. It's gonna be expensive. Yeah, I don't think I have the money for that really. Well, we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can find one that's, you know, scalable, where it comes with, like, even if it came with no drives and I just had to stick 2 in for now and then make it bigger as we go along. I could do something like that. I'm fairly certain that's a thing. Reasonably certain that's a thing, so yeah, I think we could do something. I mean, I could just buy hard drives and just plug them into the PC as a temporary method. Even if the drives were pretty old and beat, you know, it would do the job for now. So I'll have a look. I'll look tomorrow, because they're not going to get you super fast. I can hang on a few days, you know, it'll probably be a while before I record on this again anyway. I don't know, my laptop has a weird issue where, you know, I was sure for ages and I was moving like hundreds of gigabytes and the drive space just never frees up. So it's like it's not reallocating free space and I'm just constantly out of space on it. It performs shit now because obviously, you know, the browser cache, which isn't that big, and it can't be big because it thinks there's no space. And it's like, dude, I moved like 500 gigabytes off the fucking hard drive. Like, it's a 1 terabyte drive. There's rarely anything decent at these, but they do get oil. You know, my drive should only be like half fucking empty now, like, and it isn't. It's alcohol. You're kidding me, the game's just not going to give me any oil. You do have real bad luck like this sometimes. For fuck's sake, I think we're going to have to go another fucking stop. I don't want to run out of oil. It's a very bad thing if we run out of oil. It's not, you know, run out of water or something's fine. Oh, that fucking pollution. Talk about pollution. I do see Jewel in this, you know, that one Spielberg movie that was actually alright. Okay, I'll tell you one thing how I have a rough idea how much distance we're doing, is these lampposts are always exactly 100 metres apart. So if you want to count them, you can figure out what sort of speed you're doing without looking at the speedometer. And also, even though it is like Carlton meters instead of like miles, also, like, you know, yeah, 10 of them is 1 Carlton meter, so Carlton meter, that's because she's smart, sexy, and she measures everything in centimeters, and that's why they're Carlton meters. They're for those kinds of people. Obviously, I find no need to use such a measurement, and the ladies will tell you this. Anyway, when I said things about, you know, come on kids, we're going to the seaside in the previous episode, I do hope there's no children watching this, because if there is, worry your parents, and also, if your mother's single, then by all means put her in touch with me if she's hot. Alright, I mean, if she's got loads of money, it doesn't matter if she's ugly, but yeah, you really shouldn't be watching my stuff, so maybe go and watch something else. This isn't for you. I don't think we have that problem on this channel, do we? We're all adults here. Maybe with the mental age of children at times. I don't know. But in any case, oil. I desperately need oil. Tell you, man, those rocks will fuck you up. You don't want to crash into them. They'll fuck you. We could get out and fuck them. I mean, like I say, it's a desert. There's not really much anything out here. Is that a boat? That is a boat. Right, we're going to the boat. They always have oil. I had one spawn once that everything was empty. But no, we're going there because this is desperate now and I need to go to fucking bed. It's not too bad of a place to end it, right? The only problem is I'm starting the game in the short time without the road being in sight, and so I might actually get lost. I won't, but I could. Because, you know, it could be over a week until I play this again. We're going too fast here, but if we have a crash, we have a crash. I guess you want to see what happens. We will crash at some point, I'm sure. But like I said, I don't crash very much in this game. Maybe now I will, just because I'm really pushing my luck by driving at this kind of speed. And I can't really see that well, and the car doesn't handle that well. There we go. This is off the ground. Can we just nip in there? I don't think we can just about do it. We don't actually want to do this, so we will drive back to the road just so it doesn't save here. It's really bad things can happen if we reload the game in here. Oh, there we go. There we go. There you go, car. Have some oil. That's a good car. Should you do this when the engine's running? Probably not, but who cares, right? I saw a diesel one. Yeah, I might as well top it up. I mean, we ain't going to use that much, but we might as well add some more in there while we're at it. Have a wee on it just to make sure it knows who's boss. Mind it, it's my car, and also it makes the inside of the ship stink. Now I tell you what, if this was me in real life, I would pee in here to deter other people, because it would reek. Well, probably not for long, because it's a desert, so it'd dry up, but I'd certainly let all these fluids out of the barrels, just to stop other people having them. I don't want other people having fuel, I want all of it, and what I can't fucking take with me in the car is going to get fucking wasted. We're just going to pour it all on the desert. So no one else can fucking have it. Don't want other people having it, so I don't want them driving. They might be a threat to me, and they can't be a threat to me if I have a car and they're done. It's a little bit of apocalyptic desert paranoia for you there. It's good for you. It keeps you alive in these this kind of world. You never know who's out there, or what they're going to do to you. Plus the fact, if some woman gets stranded, then we can cut a deal with her and be like, oh, I'll let you ride in my car, but you got to have sex with me every fucking, like, you know, 50 kilometres or whatever. So how badly do you want to get there? I mean, you know, I should be like, you don't have to cut this deal with me. You just have sex with me anyway, because you're like such a fucking hot guy. And I'd be like, yeah, but you know, like, I at least want to feel like I've had to do something. It's like getting into your knickers rather than just existing. I mean, that's cool and all, but you know, at least give me some sense of accomplishment here. It's like, okay, I'll play along. Well, we'll have a quick look at what's going on in here. Yes, I was driving. I did have the gas and the brake down at the same time. Never do that in real life. Well, sometimes, if you're like driving rally or something, maybe, but you're just driving your car on a road, maybe it's not such a great idea, but, well, we're not in real life, and there's no, like, damage model for that kind of thing in this game, so it's totally fine to just abuse the car that way, it doesn't matter. It's not the most roomy fucking boot. She doesn't have a big ass, this car. She's big enough. Yeah, I know that basket in case we need it. It's again the gasoline engine. There's not a whole lot in here. We're probably going to be full of fucking oil now. Those are for a car I'd love to find. She does have a big ass. I quite like a girl with a big butt. I wouldn't say I was like into fat chicks or whatever, but I'm not like into skinny chicks either. I'm just not that choosy, you know. It's if I think a woman's hot, I think she's hot. It doesn't really matter if she's big. Some women don't suit it. You know, so some women don't suit being big, some women don't suit being skinny. It's, I guess guys are the same. I don't really look at them in the same way. So I'm not attracted to men. I'm sure some people are. I know for a fact some people are women are, they're attracted to me. And I'm sure there's guys who are attracted to me, and there's guys who are attracted to other guys. There's women who's attracted to other women. It doesn't really fucking matter. You know, it's, the point is, like, I don't have, like, a checklist for whether I'll find, like, a woman attractive. I just sort of look at her and, like, gauge her personality when I talk to her and stuff and figure, do I think she's hot, yes or no? You know, it's not immediately, she's, like, probably weighs more than 10 stone, minging, you know. She has blonde hair, that means she's hot no matter what else. No, I don't do that. She's, not interested in every single thing that I am interested in, that's no good. You're not going to get nowhere in life with that kind of approach. Anyways, I'm going to bail. So we got our car, it's now full of fuel and oil. Let's suck some exhaust fumes, maybe shove our dick in it as well. Oh man, do that when the engine's running, see what happens. I'll do it before and then get someone to start the engines. Don't try it. Seriously, I'm sure somebody has. That is a bus engine. We could put that in this car. I might do that for you in the next part. It's not what you think, but we can do it. So maybe we'll give it a... Yeah, by the way, that's the thing for heavy objects. Push them around on foot like that. Alright, let's do a manual save, see what our total distance is. I need to clean all of this out, so I'm going to go... You can see I did try and record before. We had problems. We've done 68k. That's not a lot, but we can do better. Like I said, early parts are not going to make that much distance because we have to keep stopping and faffing about. But, am I treason? Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Whenever that happens, I don't know. It's just whenever I fucking feel like it and have the time, I guess. Right now I feel like I really got to go and take a piss, I think. But, yeah, I'll see you around.